What's up, everybody? It's Why We Love Horror Trivia. We're doing more episodes. I'm JWMaher. That's Aaron Brooks. And this is also, like I said the last time we taped, this is a match.
It is. Confirmed. Another match. All of these are matches. Very interesting match here. Shannon, a regular almost champion in this league, just coming up short. So he should be fine here. It's not a contenders or championship match. So he should be able to win it because he wins those matches. And then we have Will, who comes to play trivia. He'll sell himself short. He's in the Anthony Tisdale camp of both these guys kind of are in that camp of like not going to be overselling themselves. But I think this should be a good match. They have very different strengths, which always can be interesting when we get to round two.
I agree with that. Without further ado, let's bring in the contestants here. He's the higher-end competitor, but he has to be brought in first. It is the cemetery man himself, Shannon Briggs. I think the way Aaron described it's right. You're not like a big game choker or anything like that. I'm not going to put that on you, but you do perform extremely well. Everyone is afraid of you, and then you just run into bad luck, I guess, in the big one. How do you feel?
Yeah, you could say that. I could say I think sometimes, especially on the more high stakes round, the games, I'm my own worst enemy as far as like second guessing myself, especially on around the middle rounds and stuff. I think that's where I've had my had my problems, but I mean, as always, I take every match as seriously as I can. Like I said, this is the first time I've faced Will on as far as hard trivia, and like he picked a lot of his strengths with like a lot of interesting stuff that I hadn't. There were several stuff I hadn't had checked in, but I found an excuse to be able to watch and stuff because he picked them as strengths. So, and then there was some stuff that I did some rewatches of I hadn't seen in a while and stuff too because of his strengths and stuff. So it's always always a pleasure because it's always interesting the different kind of strengths and stuff people bring to us, and sometimes it's stuff that I haven't delved in much, or I wanted to, but I just kind of put off until whenever I have to do matches, and I have to do them. So
that's a great way to approach it, I think. I mean, like I do the same thing myself. So with that being said, the man who made you watch those things, we know him, we love him. He hosts another show on this channel. It's Will Cohen. Will, how you feeling?
Fine, I guess. I always come in here and kind of ask myself the same question over and over again. What the hell am I doing here? I'm pretty sure that luck was brought up earlier. I don't know what it is about me that whenever people play me, almost every single time people have the worst fucking game of their career here. And then I just happen to walk away with the win when I do, which it's weird because when I watch these people play, like I thought I liked horror. I thought I even loved horror. And then I watch these people and I'm like, oh, I'm a tourist. So, we'll see how this goes. He watched some of my films. I'm glad he enjoyed those. I watched some of those films, and I am really, really glad I get to watch ITN films as a palate cleanser. So let's just see where this chaos goes, man.
All right, that sounds good to me. You know how this game works, everybody. We got 3 rounds of horror trivia. I start off with the old whiteboard round. Both these guys gave me 4 categories. Aaron and I wrote 8 questions. They're worth 1 point apiece. We'll ask the question. You got 15 seconds to write your answer on your whiteboard. When time is up, we'll call on you. You show your answer, verbalize your answer. If you get it right, a point. Get it wrong, no harm, no foul. If you get all 8 questions right, there's a 9th bonus question. For the duration of the match, both guys got 3 repeats in the challenge. That's exactly what I was trying to say. All right, put that thing down. Bring up these banners. Any questions before we get started?
No.
Let's talk about zombie comedies then, shall we? In Zombievers, the college students are in what type of location when they are first attacked?
I haven't seen this one.
I actually have seen it. and it is title's accurate.
Yep.
That happens. They go for it. 5, 4, 3,
How crazy.
2, 1. Pens down. Will, where are those guys?
Fuck if I know. I just said an old logging mill.
And Shannon.
I think it was a lake here somewhere. I almost say lake.
You know what? It's a cabin by the lake, so I'm
On a river. It's a cabin on a river, I think.
Oh, is it on?
Pretty sure it was on a river from what I saw in the one clip I watched.
I'm pretty sure it is a lake, though. I've seen it. It's on a lake, so I'm going to give it to Shannon. They are on a lake.
I could say I only watched that movie up until the dog got killed, and then I was like, I was going through a bad time with like I lost a pet recently. Whenever I watched it, and the dog died, I kind of completely tuned out of that movie afterwards.
Because there's a whole scene where there's like a raft, like one of those rafts,
and all that
bullshit. Yeah,
that's fine.
That's
all right,
guys. I'm not challenging. I don't care.
Number 2 in Final Destination. What is the name of the high school from Final Destination? There's a lot of high schools mentioned in the Final Destination franchises. We need the one from Final Destination.
Yeah.
And we'll need it in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jim.
I just go wild guess. I said Shaney.
All right. Will.
I can't believe I fucked this up. Forest Hills.
No, it's Mount Abraham. Mount Abraham High School.
The Mount Abraham Minutemen. Yes. I remember that. Moving on to Menahem Golan. What weapon does the killer primarily use in Schizoid? This is one of those questions where I'm not sure you have to even watch the movie. Basic research. We'll get this for you. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Will.
What pisses me off is I actually watched this one. I said a knife.
And Shannon.
Haven't seen it in a while. I said syringe.
On the cover and in the movie, it's a pair of scissors. It kills most of the people with a pair of scissors.
Okay.
All right. Category 4, question 4. Christopher Landon, Amazed by Lone Star, is featured in which Christopher Landon opening scene?
There we go. That was quick to the boards. That's what we had to see.
I'm amazed at how much I hate this song.
4, 3, 2. But the scene is good. 1. Shannon.
Hard Eyes.
Will.
Thank Christ, I'm on the fucking board for once. Hard Eyes.
Hard Eyes. Correct. 4.
If I missed that, I would not have forgiven myself.
Your 5th question, Oliver Reed. Who directed The Curse of the Werewolf?
That is the question.
Ba-dum-bum.
Or gal.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Will, what do you got?
I couldn't remember his name.
And Shannon.
I think it's Terrence Fisher.
That's it.
It is Terrence Fisher, one of the many films.
T-Fish. All right. In 1990s, James Marsden, Katie Holmes, and Nick Stahl can all be found in which 90s horror film? All these people still alive today. Shocking. 5, 4, 3. I would have thought we would have lost Nick Stahl by now. 2, 1. No offense. That one movie was in was fine. Shannon.
Disturbing Behavior.
All right. And Will.
I mean, Nick Stahl did actually literally disappear, and there was a search party for him. But yeah, Disturbing Behavior.
Disturbing Behavior is correct.
Moving on to director filmographies of the 2000s. Director filmographies. Who directed Hellraiser Inferno, The Exorcism of Emily Rose, and the remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still?
I would have known off the Hellraiser movie.
You did watch them all. I remember it.
I was
5, 4, 3, 2, Will
Hopefully I didn't blow this. Scott Derrickson?
and Shannon.
Scott Derrickson.
He did it.
Okay.
And your final question.
Frankenweenie was released in what year? And the category is why Liv loves horror. Sorry, I forgot it was my turn for a question. Yeah. What year was Frankenweenie released?
Why Liv Loves Horror, a show every Tuesday, or whatever every Tuesday Liv feels like it here on Why We Love Horror.
Yes. So 30 Tuesdays out of the year, we're getting an episode of Why Liv Loves Horror. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And this 10th was go ahead.
3. Yeah, sorry. 2. 1. Shannon.
I guess 2011.
All right. Well,
I was between 2011 and 2012.
Well, 2012 is correct, so
Oh.
Will gets the point there.
At the end of round 1, I have Shannon in the lead 5-4. So we are going to go on to round number 2, which is a wheel round. All 8 of those categories are on a wheel now. Player in the lead, that being Shannon, can choose the order of play in this round. Both players are going to get a chance to spin that wheel. You can spin it and keep it, or you can utilize a respin. Between those 2 spins, you will get a category. That category has 5 questions. Those questions are worth 2 points apiece. If you don't know the answer right away, you can ask for multiple choice, and we'll give you multiple choice. But if you give me an incorrect answer at any point, look out, because your opponent can steal for the current point value of the questions. If you go for multiple choice and you want extra time to think it over, I'll give you 2 free repeats of the options if you want them. That's basically it. Let's bring in the wheel and talk about it. Categories in the wheel today, we got zombie comedies, the Final Destination franchise, Menahem Golan produced, Christopher Landon written, starring Oliver Reed, the decade of the 1990s, 2000s director filmographies, and movies featured on the, I guess, flagship show on the channel, Why Liv Loves Horror. Shannon, you want to spin first or defer?
I will defer.
All right, well, here's your first spin.
DJ, spin that shit. DJ, spin that shit.
And you get Menahem Golan. Do you want to take that or spin again?
I will be polite and say, no fucking way, but thank you. Let's spin that shit.
And the category you must take. The 1990s.
Oh, I was alive during then. Yay.
All right. Aaron, I mean, I'm not saying there's Scream questions in there.
I'll take the chance.
But, you know, 2 of them came out in the 90s, so I don't know.
There's a lot of other movies that also came out in the 90s that some people, you know. Anyways, all right. You ready, Will?
Let's do this.
All right. Question number 1. What U.S. city serves as the setting for The People Under the Stairs?
Shit. I used to know this. Let's go multiple choice to be on the safe side.
All right. A, Los Angeles. B, Chicago. C, Detroit. D, Seattle.
Thank God. The option I wanted to go with is not there. I'm going to say Chicago.
Chicago is incorrect. Over to Shannon
right.
for the 1-point steal. A, Los Angeles. B, Chicago. C, Detroit. D, Seattle.
I'm gonna guess C, Detroit.
It's actually Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Last guess that anybody would have had on multiple choice.
No horror movies take place in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right. Question number 2. Who plays Janet Harrison, the sister to the infected Ted Harrison in Bad Moon?
It helps if I heard that film. Let's go multiple choice.
All right. A, Gina Davis. B, Virginia Madsen. C, Mariel Hemingway. D, Ashley Judd.
Virginia Madsen.
Virginia Madsen is incorrect. Over to Shannon for the 1-point steal. A, Gina Davis. B, Virginia Madsen. C, Mariel Hemingway. D, Ashley Judd.
Seen this recently. The answer would be C, Mariel Hemingway.
Okay.
C, Mariel Hemingway is correct. When Mariel Hemingway shows up, I would guess her. All right, question number 3. How does Sheriff Buster die in Misery?
trying to remember the Family Guy parody. Isn't he shot?
That is correct.
Okay.
Very simple. She just shoots him.
Yeah.
It's like shooting him with a shotgun, I'm pretty sure. But yeah.
And the
Okay.
Family Guy one, at least. All right. Question number 4. What 1995 film marks the final film appearance of Alec Guinness? Five.
Multiple choice. Fuck.
Your options are A, The Addiction, B, Haunted, C, Mute Witness, D, Lord of Illusions. Five, 4.
I'm going to say Lord of Illusions.
Lord of Illusions is incorrect. Over to Shannon for the 1-point steal. A, The Addiction, B, Haunted, C, Mute Witness, D, Lord of Illusions.
I'm going with B, Haunted.
B, Haunted is also incorrect. It was C, Mute Witness.
Okay.
All right, final question in the category of 1990s. What is Jacob's nickname in Vietnam infantry? What is Jacob's nickname in his Vietnam infantry unit in Jacob's Ladder?
I just watched a video about this too. Shit. Let's go multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Professor, B, Wise Guy, C, Sketch, D, Booworm.
Should be bookworm, but whatever.
Bookworm.
I can't spell.
Okay, I was just reading. Bookworm.
You did the right thing.
I was like a Booworms. 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the options.
All right. First repeat of the options. A, Professor, B, Wise Guy, C, Sketch, D, Bookworm. Wow.
I'll put bookworm up there. So there we go.
Five.
Professor.
Professor is correct for 1 point.
Jesus fucking Christ.
All right. Will getting a score up to 7. I think Shannon hit his steal, so he got his score up to 6. But we're going to bring that wheel back in, and we'll go for Shannon's first spin. And you get Menahem Golan. Do you want to take that or spin again?
Considering that was my strength, I think I will might possibly torture Will some more, and I will take it.
All right.
Let's see if I maintained any of the knowledge here.
All right, Shannon, I'll be reading you your questions of Menahem Golan. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. What finally kills Harold, the killer in Hospital Massacre?
Give me multiple choice.
A, oxygen tank explosion. B, irradiated by radiation gun. C, fall from a hospital roof. Or D, gunned down by police.
Okay, I'm thinking it's C.
He does fall off the roof of the hospital, and it is a long, long way down. I love that movie because they just let people wander all over that hospital for no reason. It's
yeah.
like, what are you doing on this floor? Okay, anyway, your second question. Who plays Kenneth McGee, the writer who makes the wager in House of the Long Shadows?
Oh, I'm gonna do multiple choice just to make sure.
A, Vincent Price. B, Christopher Lee. C, John Carradine. Or D, Desi Arnaz Jr.
The author. I'm gonna say Desi Arnaz Jr. because I know he's a writer.
It is Desi Arnaz Jr. That's correct. Your third question. What's the name of the space shuttle in Life Force?
Multiple choice, please.
Is it A, the Roosevelt, B, the Churchill, C, the Chamberlain, or D, the Victoria?
I'm going with A, the Roosevelt.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal, Will. Is it A, the Roosevelt, B, the Churchill, C, the Chamberlain, or D, the Victoria?
The Churchill is standing out to me. That's what I'm going to say. The Churchill.
The Churchill is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
And looking at those choices, the Roosevelt, I shouldn't have included that. It's the one American thing among the 3 British things. That's crazy. Why did they do that? Your fourth question. What type of location is the killer chased to when he is looking for his 3rd victim in New Year's Evil?
I do believe it's a movie theater.
I'll accept that answer. That's correct. Okay. Specifically, it's a drive-in theater, but I didn't say specifically, so it's fine. And your final question. Who directed 1986's Invaders from Mars?
That would be the great Toby Hooper.
And that is correct for 2 points. At the end of round 2, I have Shannon getting a score up to 12. Will at that steal is at 8. So we got a game. We're going on to round number 3. It's everybody's favorite round. It's the synopsis round. Prior to the match, I had a gigantic list of categories they could choose from. They each chose 3. All 6 of those are in a pool. Player that's trailing, that's Will, can choose from those 6 categories to help read them a 2-point question. Then play progresses. You go through a 2, a 3, a 5-point question. If any time the lead changes, control changes, and that player can choose from the categories that are remaining because you only get to pick them once. Play will end when I've asked all 6 of these or somebody's mathematically eliminated. So let's go over to those and see what's up. Will, the categories you can choose from today, we got the 1960s and earlier, the 2020s, horror comedies, monsters and other beasts, psychological thrillers, and zombies and other undead. What would you like for a 2-point question?
Let's do horror comedies.
We're going to do horror comedies, and I'll be reading you your questions in horror comedies. So here's your 2-pointer. A father and daughter hit a mythical creature with their car while en route to a weekend retreat, where a billionaire seeks to exploit the creature's miraculous curative properties. Name that movie.
Death of a Unicorn.
That is Death of a Unicorn. That is correct. You're still trailing, so we'll just take horror comedies off the tablet here. And here's what you can choose from now. You got 1960s and earlier, 2020s, monsters and other beasts, psychological thrillers, zombies and other undead. What are we looking for 3?
Let's have some fun. Let's do zombies and other undead.
All right. Zombies and other undead for 3. On an island off the coast of Delaware, local residents simultaneously fight a zombie epidemic while hoping for a cure to return their undead relatives back to their human state. Name that movie. Five, 4, 3.
Repeat.
2. That's your first repeat. On an island off the coast of Delaware, local residents simultaneously fight a zombie epidemic while hoping for a cure to return their undead relatives back to their human state. Name that movie.
This sounds so familiar, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm just going to say Land of the Dead. I don't know.
You are incredibly close. You have to go two
Diary
movies.
of the Dead?
It's Survival of the Dead. It's the final. It's
Okay.
the final Romero movie. Yes.
All right, fair enough.
But you were in the right category. I can't say can't fault you that one. We'll take zombies and other undead off the thing. We are left with 1960s and earlier, 2020s, monsters and other beasts, and psychological thrillers. What do you want for your 5?
Let's just do 2020s, man.
All right, here we go. Your 5-pointer in 2020s. Follows ghosts who try to become the spookiest of urban legends and most successful stars in the underworld through their scare tactics and performances among the living. Name that movie.
Wow.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
one. For 5 points, it follows ghosts who try to become the spookiest of urban legends and most successful stars in the underworld through their scare tactics and performances among the living. Name that movie. Five.
I feel like we've talked about this movie before.
3.
Let's use my last one.
It's your last repeat. For 5 points, it follows ghosts who try to become the spookiest of urban legends and most successful stars in the underworld through their scare tactics and performances among the living. Name that movie.
Well, this was fun, Shannon. I have no fucking idea. I'm going to say Oddity.
And your winner, Shannon Briggs. I think only Aaron has seen this movie. This is Dead Talent Society. Dead Talent Society. It's a great movie. It ranked number 3 last year on Horrorville. I'm going to drop Shannon back, talk to Will for a second. Will, do you feel you talked yourself out of this one?
No.
just checking. How you feeling?
No. Unlike our illustrious, friend Anthony Tisdall, who talks way down to himself and is just secretly good. No, I've always been upfront about my skill at this game. Again, I just stumble into fucking wins here. I stumbled in to being a top 5 competitor. I think this finally drops me out of the top 5, which means you can no longer hold out on me.
All right.
So that makes me happy. You're going to find a way of talking me up again, though.
We're going to build you back up.
So this brings me to 4 and 3. I know the people in that range. I could probably still hang with them, maybe. I don't know. It would help if I maybe studied my opponent's strengths more. Maybe it would help if I heard of some of these movies. Either way, was this fun? Of course it was fun. So Shannon seems like a great guy.
He is. We're going to talk to him right now, Will. We'll see you soon. I see you multiple times per week anyway, so it's fine. Goodbye. Shannon, you did it. You are the highest ranked competitor that is not a belt holder besides maybe Dylan. I don't even know. So you're always going to be up near the top, but how you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good. I mean, I feel Will shouldn't beat himself up to it. I would say, considering the fact that after the first round and I was only ahead by 1, that was really good. I mean, first round was I kind of think it was actually the one where I kind of stumbled the most because, of course, it's one of the ones where I get questions to the certain ones, specifically the Will strengths, the movies I hadn't weren't part of my rewatch or whatever. So I kind of had to throw guesses with them, and I'll give Will on the second round. He was able to get one of the Manaham one that I didn't get for another movie that I haven't. I rewatched, but it was way back for preparation for another match, so I didn't do a rewatch this time, so it kind of threw me off with that one. But no, I feel good. I guess it always. I mean, I kind of again I'm trying to, like I said, trying not to second guess myself, trying not to even when I get a certain strength, I'm kind of not the ones on the wheel, even if it's one of my strengths that I'm not necessarily super comfortable with it, still kind of take it and just kind of go and see how much the question, how much I actually know of it. And so this one, it worked out. Like I said, the overall, the Mahanagon worked very well, and I was able to build a comfortable lead, so I didn't have to. So it basically Will had to kind of come back to basically had to go run the gamut to go to the third round. That's usually a best case scenario for me as far as my strategy is to try to get far enough so it takes the other player time to try to reach me if they can at the third round. But yeah, it's like I said, I'm looking forward to always hopefully again I will kind of learn from my past mistakes that have like caused me like the more high up rounds. But like I said, I always like never taking any of my opponents for granted. Like I said, I like I said, he's well versed and hard. I mean, like I said, you and John, I mean, with your show and stuff like that, like he's like I know that like I say he's like he loves horror and stuff like that. It just a lot of times it just kind of like just depends on the category and the question sometimes.
Understandable, but we're doing here. We're going to a new realm. We're changing the rules a little bit, so you will be back under the new format, and we're just trying to see who wins matches. And once we do that, we'll create a little picture, and you'll probably be near the top of Shannon. So we'll see you soon. I'm gonna drop you back. We'll be in touch. That'll do it for this episode of Why We Love Horror Trivia. Final words, Aaron.
Yeah, no. Shannon just kind of extended a little bit of his knowledge as he went there, but Will was right in this also. You got to steal on, Shannon, and, was down 1 after round 1, so I don't really want to hear about Will not knowing horror, not supposed to be here because he's really solid. So Shannon's just one of the best to do it. Like, there's no shame losing to Shannon.
I agree, but let's do the plugs. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Come on, spread the word. We're doing a service here. Go to the Facebook group of Why We Love Horror. Go to the Letterboxd challenge. If you're here, you like watching movies, so go here. We'll tell you which movies you should be watching. Until next time, for myself, JWMaher, for Aaron Brooks, for Shannon Briggs, and for Will Cohen, this has been Why We Love Horror Trivia.